Get ready for the dictation. Start. The status of women in India has been subject to many great changes over the past few decades. In modern India, women have adorned high offices in India, including that of the President, Prime Minister, Speaker of the Lok Sabha, and Leader of the Opposition in the Lok Sabha. However, women in India generally are still exposed to numerous social issues. According to a global study, India is the fourth most dangerous country in the world for women. The Indian women's position in the society further deteriorated during the medieval period when sati and a ban on widow remarriages became part of social life among some communities in India. The Muslim conquest in the Indian subcontinent brought the parda practice in the Indian society. Among the Rajputs of Rajasthan, the Johar was practiced. In some parts of India, the Devdasis or the temple women were sexually exploited. Polygamy was widely practiced, especially among Hindu rulers. In spite of these conditions, some women excelled in the fields of politics, literature, education, and religion. The 19th century is known as the period of Indian resurgence. During that time, many reformers fought for the upliftment of women. In 1829, the practice of sati was finally abolished, and 1856 saw the enactment of Act. It was a time when female education was advocated and polygamy was opposed. Women also played an important part in India's independence struggle. Women in India now participate in all activities such as education, sports, politics, media, art and culture, service sectors, science and technology, etc. The Constitution of India guarantees to all Indian women equality of opportunity and equal pay for equal work. In addition, it allows special provisions to be made by the state in favor of women and children, renounces practices derogatory to the dignity of women, and also allows for provisions to be made for maternity relief. The Government of India declared 2001 as the Year of Women's Empowerment. Empowering women through 33% reservation in Parliament is expected to improve their plight. In 1992, the 73rd and 74th Amendments already provided 33% reservation of seats for women at various levels of Panchayati Raj bodies and municipalities. According to 1992-93 figures, only 9% of the households in India were female-headed. Though it is gradually rising, the female literacy rate in India is lower than the male literacy rate. Compared to boys, far fewer girls are enrolled in the schools and many of them drop out. Half of the total number of crimes against women reported related to molestation and harassment at the workplace. In 1997, in a landmark judgment, the Supreme Court of India took a strong stand against sexual harassment of women in the workplace. The incidents of domestic violence are higher among the lower socio-economic classes. The Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act came into force in 2006. The police records show high incidence of crimes against women in India. Earlier, many cases were not registered with the police due to the social stigma attached to rape and molestation cases. Official statistics show that there has been a dramatic increase in the number of reported crimes against women. It is considered that India is the most dangerous place in the world to be a baby girl. Newly released data shows that an Indian girl child is 75% more likely to die than an Indian boy, making this the worst gender differential in child mortality for any country in the world. Female infanticide is still prevalent in some rural areas. All medical tests that can be used to determine the sex of the child have been banned in India due to incidents of these tests being used to get rid of unwanted female children before birth. The maternal mortality in India is the second highest in the world. Only 42% of births in the country are supervised by health professionals. Most women deliver with help from women in the family who often lack the skills and resources to save the mother's life if it is in danger. According to UNDP Human Development Report, 88% of pregnant women were found to be suffering from anemia. Contrary to the common perception, a large percent of women in India work. In urban India, women have impressive number in the workforce. For example, in software industry, 30% of the workforce is female. They are at par with their male counterparts in terms of wages, position at the workplace. In rural India, agriculture and allied industrial sectors employ as much as 89% of the total female labor. According to a World Bank report, women accounted for 94% of total employment in dairy production in India. The Department of Women and Child Development has been implementing special programs for the development and empowerment of women. Stop.